Then, as the crowds were quickly gathering, he began to say, "This generation is a wicked generation. It seeks a sign, but no sign will be given to it, except the sign of the prophet Jonah. For just as Jonah was a sign to the Ninevites, so also will the Son of Man be to this generation. The Queen of the South will rise up at the judgment with the men of this generation, and she will condemn them, for she came from the ends of the earth to hear the wisdom of Solomon, and behold, more than Solomon is here. The men of Nineveh will rise up at the judgment with this generation, and they will condemn it, for at the preaching of Jonah they repented, and behold, more than Jonah is here." According to St. Basil, a sign is a thing brought openly to view, containing in itself the manifestation of something hidden. As the sign of Jonas represents the descent to hell, the ascension of Christ, and his resurrection from the dead, he gives them a sign, not from heaven, because they were unworthy to see it, but from the lowest depths of hell, a sign namely of his incarnation, not of his divinity, of his passion, not of his glorification. St. Ambrose says, "He strongly expresses the mystery of the Church, which in the Queen of the South, through the desire of obtaining wisdom, is gathered together from the uttermost parts of the whole earth, to hear the words of the peacemaking Solomon, rising up from different and distant nations into one body." Now, in a mystery, the Church consists of two things: ignorance of sin, with reference mainly to the Queen of the South, or ceasing to sin, with reference to the repentant Ninevites. For repentance blots out the offense, wisdom guards against it. Gregory of Nyassa says, "Now, as she was queen of the Ethiopians, and in a far distant country, so in the beginning the church of the Gentiles was in darkness, and far off from the knowledge of God. But when Christ the Prince of Peace shone forth, the Jews being still in darkness, thither came the Gentiles, and offered to Christ the frankincense of piety, the gold of divine knowledge, and precious stones, that is, obedience to his commands.